So, as you are all aware, I've been doing a few January transfer videos recently, and I'm going to be honest with you, this isn't another one, alright? Before we get confused, this is not a transfer episode. But actually, what I'm really focusing on, okay, is players, well, what was, or what has been the best January signing ever, if you like, ever. In today's video, we're going to take a look at 6 players today that, you know, are in contention of winning that prize. For another transfer video this week, drop a like and a thumbs up down below. Obviously, let's get 3,000. That'd be absolutely insane. And if you are looking to buy any Ultimate Team coins, check out x3games.com. Their link will be in the description down below. If you use discount code Rossihd, it will give you 8% off all your FIFA Ultimate Team coins. Now, there's a couple of aspects to look at in this video. You know, what makes the best January signing? Is it like the money you make from that player, you know, the sell-on money, the finances, or is it like, you know, a cheap player that's made hundreds of appearances for the club and, you know, won everything? Well, it's time to talk about it, isn't it? Now, the first player is a player that I think arguably is one of the best defenders and one of the best centre-backs we've ever seen in the Premier League. And no, I'm not just saying that because he's a Man United fan. I say it because I actually believe he is. And I know a lot of people do think it too. Regardless, they can hate Man United and they still, you know, admire how good this guy really was. And it's Nemanja Vidic being the first one. This guy obviously moved from Spartak Moscow to Manchester United back in 2006 now. So, you know, a lot of years ago. Since then, he's made 211 appearances for United, scoring 15 goals. You know, a lot of appearances. But the big thing was, you know, obviously this is like 11 years ago now. He signed for literally, I'm not even joking you, £7 million. One of the best defenders Premier League's ever seen. £7 million. That is an absolute bargain. Now, we didn't go on to sell this guy and make a load of money on him. That's not the point of... There are a few players in this episode that will have that situation, but that's not the situation for Vidic. So they got so many years out of him. Like I said, how many years did they actually get out of him in the end? They got something like, what is that? Oh, 8 years. That's pretty decent. They went to Inter Milan after that. Only 23 appearances for them. Now, obviously, he has retired. Obviously, he's no longer playing anymore. But anyway, what did he win with Manchester United? You know, what did he actually get? He won the Premier League 5 times, won the League Cup 3 times, won the Community Shield 5 times, won the Champions League and the FIFA Club World Cup. He also won loads of personal stuff, you know, FIFA Pro 11, FIFA Premier League Player of the Season 2 years in a row, Player of the Month a couple of times, PFA Premier League Team of the Year, Serbian Football of the Year a couple of times. Individually, yeah, he won most things. But for his club as well, he also won most things. So that is the first player of this episode, okay? I want you guys to put it in the comment section down below. Out of all 6 of these players, okay, wait, you've got to wait and find out who we're going to feature. Out of all 6 of these players, put an order which you think is the best January signing, you know, 1 to 6 in the comments down below. I'm going to pick one comment at random in this video and I'm going to give them a little surprise, alright? You're going to get a little gift, a little giveaway from me. You don't know what it is yet, but it's going to be decent and I'm going to pick one comment that does that. So make sure you watch the whole video to find out who. Now, next up, we've got a situation where, you know, someone signed someone and they've made an instant impact. They haven't had as long a career at that club as Vidic, but they've made a quick impact of a couple of years. Then they've been sold on for a load of money. So, you know, good aspects completely. It is Luiz. Suarez is the first, well, that's the player we're going to be looking at as the second one. Now, this guy, obviously, we all know, went to Liverpool from Ajax. He made, well, this is interesting, okay? He made 110 appearances for Ajax, and he also made 110 appearances for Liverpool. Now, his goal scoring record was better at Ajax, but Liverpool, you know, Premier League, harder league, etc., etc. He's also got a very good record at Barcelona, actually, as well. But anyway, he moved from Liverpool to Barcelona in 2014. Now, Liverpool signed this guy on a 5.5-year deal. Obviously, they signed him midway for a season, so we got a half-a-year deal until 2016, and it was the club's most expensive signing at the time for Andy Carroll for £22.8 million. So one of the best strikers in the world ever was bought for £22.8 million, and Liverpool really put him on the stage. It really gave him, you know, a platform, and that got him ultimately the transfer to Barcelona for big money. So he only ever won the League Cup with Liverpool. Obviously, since then with Barcelona, he's won pretty much everything there is to win. So he's gone on to win a lot of silverware after Liverpool, but the Liverpool transfer is really what we're looking at and focusing on here. But yes, in 2014, obviously Liverpool then sold him for, what was it? Apparently the leaked rumour fee was £65 million. So they made like £40 million with Suarez. They obviously got a few seasons out of him as well. They nearly won the Premier League that year where he was playing so well. Scored 69 goals to Liverpool in 110 appearances. A very, very good signing. Someone that made an instant impact, lots and lots of goals. Financially very, very good as well. And now one of the best players in the world, maybe. That's the second player. Now for number 3 spot, we've got another player who's won a lot of football, okay? Pretty much most things there are wins in club level, well, to win in club level. And it's actually David Luiz when obviously Chelsea signed this guy from Benfica. This is when Chelsea signed him the first time, I'd like to add, not the second time. So for Benfica, he made 72 appearances for them, scoring 4 goals. And then he went to Chelsea from 2011 to 2014 the first time. And he actually made 81 appearances, scoring 6 goals for him. So Chelsea signed this guy for 25 million euros and a 5.5-year deal as well. So big money, big move. Well, to be honest, at the time, what was it, 2011? Yeah, 25 million euros, so maybe like 22 million pounds £10 maybe. And then obviously they went on to sell him to PSG for £15 million. So they doubled their money at least on him. That's, you know, pretty good profit. 25, 26, 27 million pounds depending on the Euro conversion rate back then. I don't really know what it was. So he actually won a lot with Chelsea. Won the Champions League. He's won the Premier League. That was the second time he's won the Premier League. You know, second stint. I don't think he won the Premier League the first stint. He won the FA Cup and the Europa League apparently. I didn't even know that. Then he went on to PSG where he won, you know, league titles and stuff. He actually, for Brazil, he won the Confederations Cup too, which is pretty decent. But he's won a lot of individual stuff as well. Lots of stuff. FIFA World Cup Dream Team, FIFA Premier League Player of the Month, March. He's won a lot, alright. So yes, the first time Chelsea signed him for Benfica, they really put him on the map. Big money move, PSG. Most expensive centre-back of all time. Later on, and obviously now it's a bit different now. But yeah, when they first signed him for £50 million PSG, you know, biggest transfer for a centre-back ever. So yes, obviously he won the Champions League with them. He was a very, very good signing. He had a lot of different aspects to his game. They also sold him and doubled the money, and then they actually got him back later on in the future as well. David Luiz, the first time January transfer. That is the third player. So next player is a really, really strange situation actually. It's another Chelsea and Benfica one, so I'm going to feature it next with the fourth one. It's actually Nemanja Matic when they signed him the second time. So they signed him like in 2009, made 2 appearances for them after a trial from like Middlesbrough or something like that. He didn't make an injury. No, wait, what was it? He didn't make a debut because of an injury straight away, stuff like that. But anyway, Chelsea went on to sell him to Benfica, and obviously then what did they sell him for? Like 25 million. Okay, okay, then 1 second. So it says here Matic was transferred to Portuguese club Benfica with 25 million euros in a swap deal for obviously David Luiz. So not only did they pay 25 mil euro for David Luiz, they also gave them Matic, right? So swap deal. At that point, Benfica manager converted Matic from a playmaker to a defensive midfielder. Now he went on to have a really good career with Benfica and do really, really well. But Chelsea thought actually they've transformed him into a different player. We want him back, and yes, they got him back, and this is where the January transfer happened. So Matic rejoined Chelsea for a fee of £21 million. So you know, little money now in the realms of things, and he signed a big 5.5-year deal, obviously the half because it was halfway through. So yes, £21 million for Matic. I mean, he was bought by Man United recently for much more than that, and he's much older too. So what has he won with Chelsea? Well, he won the Premier League a couple times. He's won the FA Cup, the League Cup. Yeah, he won quite a lot, and this individual stuff as well. He's won like, oh well, I'm not even gonna go through all that list, but he's won quite a few individual stuff too. He also won the league with Benfica, and yes, so £21 million. Obviously, that's a really, really big January signing because it's a re-signing from one guy to another club. Chelsea then sold him to Manchester United for how much money? It doesn't actually say on Wikipedia, but I'm pretty sure it was around like the 30-40 million pound mark. So Chelsea made money on this guy. They re-signed an old player. He went on to help them get 2 Premier League titles. Very, very successful. Not big money they bought him for. They made profit on him too. That was number 4, ladies and gents. For the number, what was it? We're on the 5th player now. Okay, we've got a player now who was signed for very, very little money, and he went on to make a lot of appearances, okay, for a club that is one of the biggest clubs in the world. He won everything, and I'm just going to come out and say it because he's had a bit of controversy recently. It's Patrice Evra. So Man United, okay, signed this guy back in the day from Monaco in January transfer window for £5.5 million. That's right, £5 million. And he went on to make 273 appearances for United, you know, scoring 7 goals. And there was a season where he was the only player that made an appearance in every single game of that year, and he's the only player at Man United that did it, or something. A pretty insane stat. So the situation is he went on to play Juventus after that, then Marseille. Now Marseille have released him. He's played loads of games for France. So yeah, like I said, they bought him for £5.5 million. He signed a 3.5-year deal. It's not a big contract like Matic got and stuff. Obviously a bit still unsure about him. But let's be honest, he went on to have a bloody fantastic career at Man United. Well, what did he win? Well, won the Premier League 5 times, League Cup 3 times, Community Shield 5 times, Champions League once, and FIFA World Cup once as well. Very, very good. Then he won like Juventus, Serie A a couple times. That's irrelevant. But yeah, he was in a lot of the Premier League teams a year. He was dubbed as one of the best left backs in the world at the time. He was rivaling like Ashley Cole, stuff like that. So then actually United sold him for 1.5 million, you know, years and years later. How many years later was it? They sold him to Juventus. They signed him, okay, so he was there for 8 years, and then after 8 years, they sold him for 1.5. So technically they lost, you know, a couple mil on him or whatever. But what they got out of him for the years of service, what he won at the club, I mean, it's priceless, really. That was the 5th player, Patrice Evra. What do you think? Now, last of all, okay, we got a player now who, let's be honest, young player now still, but the profit that this club made from him makes him one of the best financial January transfers, yeah, probably ever, maybe. I don't really know. Probably ever. But anyway, we have John Stones, okay, this guy. Everton signed him from Barnsley, something you probably don't even know. They signed him in 2013 on a 5.5-year deal for a transfer fee reported around the region of £3 million. So Everton signed this guy in January January, you know, back in the day, when was it? 2013, and they bought him for £3 million, maybe a bit more, a little bit less, but it's somewhere around that figure. It's not been like disclosed properly. He went on to have a pretty decent couple of years at Everton, 3 years, making 77 appearances for a youngster as well. He's only 23 right now, but then, boys and girls, the big money move happened, and that's what's made him a pretty good January signing. So City signed this guy later on for around £50 million, right? So big money, like £47 million profit on a January signing youngster from Barnsley. I've got to be honest, Evan, that's a good bit of business. It actually made him the world's second most expensive defender in history, behind David Luiz. So yeah, that David Luiz transfer earlier, you know, that he was involved in this video, and then obviously John Stones is once again involved. That's another expensive defender, you know. It was pretty insane stuff. And yeah, John Stones, 3 million to 50 million, biggest bit of January business ever. Is he in your top 6? Is he, what number is he in your top 6? If you're doing it in the comments, I'm not going to get my top 6 down below. I want you guys to do it down below in the comment section down below. So if you think like John Stones is number 1, which I don't think you will, then obviously do John Stones, then like Evra, Matic, Vidic, whatever you want to do in the top 6 order in the comment section down below. One of you is going to win a little prize, okay? But anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please drop a like and a thumbs up down below for more January transfer windows, more transfer window stuff, more window videos, whatever you want to call it. I'm out, guys. Have a good day. Take it easy. Peace.